Hey guys, welcome back to the Watches and Giggles channel. I'm Chris from Chicago. First off, as always, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. All right, everyone, in today's vid, happy to be back. We're going to be talking about my new addition to the collection, the Rolex 36mm Day Date Presidential, the 18238 with a double quick second date. In my last vid, I did an unboxing, and today we are going to talk about my experience with this watch. I've had it, well, for a little over 2 months, and just wanted to get in my thoughts and opinions on it, as well as are smaller watches coming back? Are they making a comeback, guys? Stay tuned to find out. But before we do, we'll see what I'm wearing. And yes, I have on said watch the Rolex 36mm Day Date Presidential that I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to inherit from my father. My mother passed it along to me for my 40th birthday. So we're going to get right into it, guys. We'll take the watch off. And my initial thoughts on this watch are awesome, to say the least. The fluted bezel, I absolutely love. This bracelet, the presidential bracelet, as you can see, I mean, my dad hardly wore it. There is little to no stretch in it. It's pretty much a brand new watch. It does have some scratches on it, but it is in impeccable condition for the most part. And it is, without a doubt, the most comfortable bracelet by Rolex, in my opinion. I do have the Rolex Bruce Wayne or Batman or Batgirl on a Jubilee. And the Jubilee is very comfortable, but the President just takes it to a whole new level. It's more of a hybrid between the Oyster and the Jubilee, and it is spectacular on the wrist. The case size, this Oyster case that Rolex does is more elegant. It's beautiful. It's more sleek, which you'll find on the Daytona or a Yachtmaster. I mean, it's just absolutely elegant. This is now my dress watch, and it has really altered my collection receiving this watch for my 40th birthday. One of the few negatives on this watch is legibility. Yeah, guys. This watch has never been serviced, so it doesn't help that the lume on the hour and minute hand are gone, but it's very hard to read in pretty much any light condition that doesn't have the sun or light hitting on it, so that is a little problematic. But the date is a little harder to read on this watch than my other watches for whatever reason, even though it has the magnifier. I don't know if that just has to do with age, but the day is very easy to read. The legibility on that is absolutely fantastic. I did notice too that, let's see if I can zoom in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there are markings on the three corners here, which I found interesting, that I don't think any other watch has. It's not precious metal. I haven't handled a lot of precious metal watches from Rolex, so I'm not exactly sure. But timekeeping capability on this bad boy, it is running awesome for a watch that's never been serviced. It's running about +2 a day, so it's running fast. Put it back on the wrist here. And I have a large wrist, about a 7.5-inch wrist, and I think the 36mm looks absolutely great for a dress watch. And this watch has definitely altered my collection, and it is making me really enjoy smaller watches. We're going to get into a few here of my favorite. One of them that I have really been enjoying is this bad boy, the Tudor Black Bay, the Blue Bay, 39mm, and obviously a little larger of a watch. See them side by side. But this watch, man, it's just kind of turned into a nice little beater for me, and I love wearing it around the house with the son. My son, as he's kind of grabbing and pulling and yanking on things, so I don't really care about what happens to this one. And I love this watch. I know the new hype, the new stuff is the new Pelagos, the Marine Nationale that came out. Oddly enough, there is not a bracelet option. I'm not really a strap guy. I love all my watches on bracelets, but that is a beautiful new watch, a beautiful blue. And Tudor watches are, I wouldn't say tanking, but they're definitely, the hype has gone down on this watch all the way to the bottom. You can basically get it for retail on the secondary market, a little below, as well as the Tudor GMT. The hype has kind of died down. And then another one of my favorite smaller watches is the Rolex Explorer 214270, newly discontinued. And this is my daily work watch, guys, and I absolutely love this watch to death. I do have a year review coming out with this bad boy, but the legibility on this is off the charts. It's unbelievable. Dial lights up like a Christmas tree. Also, happy Thanksgiving to anyone watching this tomorrow, as Thanksgiving is tomorrow. But yeah, guys, 36 millimeters, are they coming back? And I think they are. It is, I have some collection update news. I have made a change to my collection. I have a new piece incoming, as I am starting to love gold after having this watch from my father. And the weight on this watch is just perfect. It just feels spectacular. And I don't know if I'd feel that way with another 36 millimeter watch that isn't in solid gold, but it's just spectacular. The Tony Soprano, he wore that in the hit series on HBO back in the 90s. This watch is absolutely stunning, and I'm loving every moment with it. I am undecided if I'm going to get it serviced or not, because I do need a new link. Even though it has all the links in, it's a little tight on my wrist, so I think I will have to add a link. Also, I'm undecided if I'm going to make it crispy new, get it polished. I don't think I want to, because I enjoy what little scratches it has to remind me of my father. But I think 36 millimeter watches, guys, maybe making a comeback. I don't know. As bigger watches, as older I get, I'm enjoying wearing them less and less, the bigger watches. Kind of 40 and under, maybe 42, my Speedmaster Pro. I do love the 1861, but and that wears more flat around the wrist. But I don't know, guys. I think I'm moving away from bigger watches and gravitating towards more 40 and under. I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are. But as for this watch, the 36 millimeter Day Date Presidential, I think it's absolutely amazing and a great bargain. They used to be able to be had for around 10K. Depending on condition now, I think you can get them for around 15, maybe as high as 20 if it's close to unworn and minty. But you can, for a solid gold watch, these can still be had with a double quick set date. I believe it has a 3155 movement, which is rock solid. And this watch is just amazing, in my opinion. I am still honeymooning hard, but guys, even if you have a 7.5-inch wrist like me, don't be afraid to go after these ones for a dress watch. And don't be afraid to rock one of these out. They are absolutely beautiful. You will love the weight, love the feel. The presidential bracelet is amazing. And that fluted bezel with the champagne dial is off the charts, in my opinion. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.